Outdoor Boys. Locked in.
Some people some people call me a survival expert. Well, as a survival expert, I want to clear up a common misconception. Survival is not something we just do in the woods. Something each and every one of us has to do every single day. And whether you're building a fire or gutting a moose or drafting a motion, we're just trying to survive as best we can with the resources we have. So I would like to help give you some advice to survive whatever's coming next. And while I do not know what your future holds, I can tell you that the world is changing at a terrifying and fascinating pace. Here I am, I'm 47 years old. I'm not properly old yet. And I've seen some crazy stuff.
Wait, I'm a bit confused. Why is he even here? Is he like a professor at George Mason University? What's happening? Why? How did the Outdoor Boys even get here? I mean, props to bro. I love the Outdoor Boys. I love his channel, and him leaving was a little sad. I really did like watching the Outdoor Boys content, but understandable why he left. Understand, but I really like him. You guys are pretty cool. I do indeed like the Outdoor Boys. And you know what? We'll react to some Outdoor Boys after this. That'll be my 30 minutes worth of clips. Oh, bro. But how did he even get here?
I remember watching the Berlin Wall come down live on television as a child. I remember hearing about the internet for the first time. And I thought it was a fake. I didn't understand that. I was an adult the first time I ever saw an email. I was married when 9/11 happened. And the year before I went to law school, this thing called YouTube was invented.
Oh, he went to law. Okay. So he did go to law school. Okay.
I was practicing for 3 years before I ever got my first social media account. I've seen 7 U.S. wars, 6 recessions, and I've survived 1 global pandemic so far. I'm only 47. I don't know what the next 40 years holds for you. But I doubt any of us are going to get through it without seeing terrible and amazing things. We don't know what these changes are going to be, but we do know they're coming.
He's
you need to be ready
right
to grab.
Y'all not listening, but he's spitting, cooking, whipping his motherfucking wrist till it fucking pop. He cooking, double-edged song right now. He fucking cooking.
Of us are going to get through it without seeing
cooking
terrible
up something
and amazing
dangerous
things.
in his pot.
We don't know what these changes are going to be, but we do know they're coming. You need to be ready to grab the opportunities that are going to come in this changing world. And you need to be ready to survive the storms. And the best survival advice I can give you is very pragmatic. I would say save some money.
That right there. Save some money. I would not be in the predicament I am right now if I just saved some bread. He is fucking spitting. Save your coins, folks. Save your coins, folks. I'm telling you, folks. Designer's not worth it. I promise you, designer's not worth it, folks. I'm telling you. That shit is not worth it. Oh my God. He is low-key spitting right now. Fucking double-edged sword right now.
Pretty simple. But
like, can you smell what the Rock is cooking, folks? Can you smell it? Because I can taste it from the air.
But it's not. The most important things are often simple, but hard to do. Money is freedom. Money is power. Money is flexibility. When change happens, those people who can afford to adapt can prosper and take advantage of those opportunities. And those who cannot afford to be flexible get crushed.
He is spitting nothing but facts right now, man. Nothing but facts.
I want to share a little bit of some experience.
Now, Now, this, I didn't know that he was in law school, so maybe I'm just not a true fan. I had no fucking idea Cut was in law school. No idea. So maybe I'm not a true fan, but W, bro. W, bro. W, bro. Shout out to Outdoor Boys. Luke. You know what I'm saying? Shout him out, man. You know what I'm saying? He did that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's fire.
For my life with this, when during the third year of law school, 2008,
I was just born. I was born in 2007. I was just born. Holy fuck.
U.S. housing market imploded. 16 million homes were foreclosed. The unemployment rate was twice what it is today. Law firms across the country were closing. And when I sat in those seats, 1 out of 3 law students didn't go on to get law jobs. Okay, I was clerking for a firm that had 35 attorneys, and when 3 months before graduation, I was laid off, and that firm was a solo practice. By the time I sat for the bar, I was in panic mode. I put out 3,200 resumes to law firms and lawyers across the country. I got 15 job interviews and no job offers. I remember driving to Boynton Beach, Florida, because there was an entry-level associate position advertised. And I remember interviewing for this, and the partner points out the door at a well-dressed professional woman in her 50s who was being trained to make copies and run the coffee machine. She goes, "See that woman there?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "That's our new receptionist. She's a licensed attorney with 20 years of experience." 300 people applied for her job, many of them licensed attorneys. Why do you think you deserve to get an associate position? And I looked her dead in the eye and said, "Because I am very, very good looking."
Hey, I mean, spitting, spitting. What else do you say in that situation? You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yeah, man, she's shorty right there. 300 motherfuckers before you tried to take her job. What makes you think you better than all of them?" Look at me, King. Look at me, chap. Majestic beard on me, slick back hair, wrist cuffs on, fucking clink and clank. Come on, man. I think it's pretty obvious why you should hire me. I think it's pretty obvious.
Go big or go home, right? I did not get that job. I did.
You missed 100% of the shots you don't take, all right? At least he took it, At least he was trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Not get that job. I couldn't back it up. But I walked away from that convinced that it was going to be easier to steal people's clients than it was to get a job. And so I said, I'm going to start my own law practice. October 2009, I got my law license. The ink wasn't dry, and I had my law firm started. And the very next day, I was open for business. I worked for 13 months for free. I spent $15,000 on multiple failed advertising campaigns trying to drum up business. And on the 14th month, it all changed.
That's why I really, really, really hope this shit works out, honestly. Because genuinely, I cannot find a job for shit. Unironically, fucking hundreds. I can tell you, out of all the applications I've ever fucking filed, I have never, ever, not once been called in for an interview. Not once. Not ever. Not ever have I ever been called in for an interview. So, I really don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just trying to ball. But I really do hope this shit works out. I really do.
My final advertising campaign blew up. Brought in tons of clients. My law firm exploded, and it made my family very well off. And the very first employee I had was a guy from my graduating class, and he had good GPA. He'd been on the Journal and internships and everything I wasn't, and I was graduated second from the bottom of my class, and I was the weird dude who was always fishing instead of studying, and I was a hot mess as a student, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about the differences in.
I'll be honest. If I could go back and change how I acted in school, I 100% would. I 100% would go to fucking college, and I would 100%, dude, 100 fucking percent, fucking 1,000% I would go to college and all that shit. But nah, for the current me, it isn't really for me, Current me isn't really. I'm not really good at much. What the fuck would I need to go to college for? I'm not really good at much, except literally video games. This is literally this is the only thing I'm really good at. You know what I'm saying? So.
Trajectory. And I'm convinced it's not skill and it's not intelligence that prevented him from doing what I did. It was money. I had money in the bank and he had debts. I could afford to work for free for 13 months. I could afford to take risks. He could not. I have often reflected on this. I was very fortunate to have money at that period of time. I had been given an opportunity to work construction in Alaska and raised by good people who taught me to save and invest aggressively. And I was fortunate enough to marry a wonderful woman who also worked hard and saved money.
W, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got this shit bit by brick. W, bro. W, bro.
Not everybody is that fortunate. I cannot honestly say I deserve the success I have.
I personally, IMO, definitely deserved, definitely. Just from the YouTube side of success and the stream side, your shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? You put hard work into your videos, you know what I'm saying? Not too many people gonna go out in the motherfucking -12 Alaska degree weather and build a motherfucking igloo for him and little Timmy, and then skin a motherfucking beaver hide for some warmth. Not everybody gonna do that. That's real shit. So I think you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? You really him, really that nigga for real, bro.
All I can say is that I did not waste the opportunities that were gifted to me. If you are fortunate enough to be given a chance to earn some money and to survive out there, please do not waste that opportunity that you've been given. When you have money in the bank, you have options. When you are living paycheck to paycheck, you have two options. You work every single week or you go bust. People who are not saving money are one problem away from disaster. And the only thing I can guarantee you about your future is problems will come. Now, there are a lot of things we cannot control. There are no guarantees in life. That is why it's so important to save.
Yo, he's spitting right now. He is spitting some hot shit. Fuck. Spitting. Folks, I'm gonna start saving now. Folks, he's spitting that hot shit. Folks, he's spitting, talking. Whipping up fucking double sauce in a big ass crock pot.
If you are fortunate enough to be one of those people that gets a paycheck,
bro,
you've been given an opportunity that not everybody gets. Do not waste that opportunity. Now, what's the point of all this? Am I telling you you stop eating out a few times and life's all going to be great and you're going to be rich? No, I'm not saying that at all.
I'm going to be so for real. I've ate 2 pepperoni sandwiches in the past 52 hours. I'll be honest. I'm so fucking broke. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll be honest. Don't be like your boy.
I do not know what we are going to have to do to survive the next 40 years, but I can tell you that your odds of success are much, much greater if you spend less than you make and you save money aggressively. So much of my success was because of God, my parents, my family, and other people, and things outside of my control. I was blessed with opportunities, and the best I can say is that I didn't screw it up. I don't know what opportunities and dangers are going to come. But if you are fortunate enough to get a paycheck, don't you screw it up either. Okay?
Bro, how much money do you think he has? Dude, he's gotta be dumb rich. Like, dumb rich. All his vids have like millions. Like, we'll check after this, but all bro's vids have like millions. Like, he must be fucking racking. He must still be racking in dough from his YouTube videos. Those motherfuckers probably still paying his rent right now.
Because some amazingly wonderful opportunities are coming your way. And if you're going to be ready to take advantage of those and to survive the storms, you're going to have something in reserve. So good luck out there. I know you can do it.
That be mans. That be mans. He did that shit. That be mans.